All right. Hey, everybody. This is Nick from MechaWarehouse, and today I wanted to try yet another little bit of a different thing. And I'm going to talk today about my top 5 biggest dangers that I've discovered with running a Gunpla shop. Okay, number 1. Running a Gunpla shop is like being an alcoholic running a bar. There's kits everywhere. I'm clearly into the hobby, and so I'm constantly wrestling with seeing kits I might want. Really hard not to buy them, and even worse, I can get them basically at cost. The employee discount for me is amazing. Fundamentally makes it really hard to avoid purchasing kits. So big issue right there. Okay, number 2, buying more than you build is especially a big issue when you run a Gunpla shop. I'm sure a lot of you have experienced the issue where you might buy 3 kits a week and only build 1 a week, or whatever that time frame is. But we all have backlogs, or most of us do, and oftentimes our backlogs grow faster than we can keep up with them. Well, that issue is I think way worse when you run a Gunpla shop. I'm extremely busy these days, constantly packing orders, getting stuff ready to go out, working on content, working on social media, working on marketing. All that stuff eats a ton of my time. And so a lot of weeks, the only time I get to build is the roughly 2 hours that I'm live Saturday nights. If I add, even more than 1 kit a month to my backlog, that backlog is growing. I really need to work on that. Number 3, cardboard cuts. We've all gotten a paper cut before. Paper cuts suck, right? Worst feeling in the world is a paper cut. They sting. They don't feel good. It's 10 times worse when it's cardboard, especially that box cardboard that the kits typically come in. It's just thick enough to leave a really thick, deep, hard cut when it cuts.
Now stand aside, worthy adversary.
'Tis but a scratch.
A scratch? Your arm's off.
No, it isn't.
Well, what's that then?
I've heard worse.
And at the same time, I'm not even sure what I was going to say. Totally not comfortable. And then when you get it cut on a finger that you're using constantly for packing, forget about it. I probably should get gloves. Okay, issue number 4. Your play and your work looks the same. And this comes down to 2 things. One, when I'm spending time working on the business instead of spending time with my wife or my kids, to them, it's really hard for them to tell if I'm working or if I'm playing, if you will. So that's really tough for me. I'm missing time with my kids a lot of the time. It really sucks, and it sucks even more when they see that I'm working on basically toys, right? That's kind of the worst. I think that they understand. I think that there is some separation, and ultimately I think I want to teach my kids that pursuing your passion instead of just working the corporate 9 to 5, if that doesn't suit you, is an okay thing to do. So I think it all balances out, but it's extremely painful sometimes to make a concerted effort to make sure I take time away to spend time with the family. Issue number 5, too many choices. Last one here. We all know about kits. There's tons of kits out there, and when you think you know about most of them, you realize that there's exponentially more kits than you've ever possibly dreamed of there being. And the worst thing that I find is I get emails every week from people that are asking about whether a certain kit is available, if they can get it, they can't find it anywhere, if we're going to stock it, etc. And that brings to my attention numerous more kits that I wouldn't have even seen, but now I need those kits.
I have a mighty need!
I'm sure you feel the same way when you see kits that you don't have, and there's certain ones that just call to you when you see the box art, and that's the exact same thing for me. So huge issue, super painful. Wouldn't be anywhere near as bad if I wasn't running a Gunpla shop, because I wouldn't have all the input from everybody telling me about all these amazing kits that for whatever reason I had never heard of. So anyway, those are my 5 biggest issues with running a Gunpla store. 5 biggest dangers, maybe, is a better way to word it. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I've had kind of a rough week, so I wanted to do something a little bit lighter this week. Of course, you'll see this video. It will be almost a week after I record it, so hopefully I'm in a good mood then. But yeah, things have been tough. Stuff happens. Life goes on. I'll live. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Really appreciate you watching. And if you enjoyed it and got some value from it, please hit that like button. Maybe consider subscribing. Hit that consider hitting that notification bell so you can see future videos from MechaWarehouse. Thanks. See you next time.